back button blouse cutting method. To cut the back button blouse, we require ordinary blouse back and front drawing. To prepare the back button pattern, take the basic blouse back and front drawing. Now take the front pattern of ordinary blouse. The common basic is, in the normal blouse, in the front side hook will be made, in this back button back side hook. So in the front side, already in the basic pattern there will be half inch for front hook side stitching purpose. In this back button we want to remove that half inch in the front side and to add the half inch for hook putty stitching in the back side. Now draw the basic front pattern in a chart without any changes. Now from the center, the next side, take half inch from the next side towards inside is half inch mark. This is for front portion, and for back we want to add half inch. In the front pattern we have minus the front side. Now in the back pattern we are extra add for half inch for back side. Add half inch for back side. Now draw the drawing with the shape of back pattern. Now this is the half inch for hook and loop putty stitching purpose. This is for hook and loop putty stitching purpose. Is for hook and loop putty stitching purpose. Now this is in the front side we are subtracting, we are decreasing the pattern, and in the belt piece we want to decrease the pattern by half inch. We want to decrease the pattern by half inch, because in front side there will be no hook putty loop putty for back button. So we are subtracting, we are minusing the front putty in the hook side half inch. These are the changes should be made for back button blouse. Now we are cutting the pattern. Now we are cutting the pattern. Now we are cutting the pattern. cut down the front part, then cut down the back part also, and belt piece. Make the marks as the same of normal blouse. Now we are cutting the back part. Now the back, front and belt piece are ready. Now we want to place the pattern in the fabric. Fold the fabric, into cross and place the front pattern. Place the front pattern hook side in the folding side and draw the shape. And draw the shape. And draw the shape. Make the dot mark in the fabric also. Now cut it down the fabric. Now we are cutting the front part. Make the cutting mark. Now fold the balance cloth. At the time of cutting any model blouse, we need extra 30 point, 20 point to 30 point for cutting the model blouse. So the customer asks the model blouse, asks for extra cloth to be stitched, so that only we can stitch the perfect model blouse. Now placing the back pattern in the fabric and we are cutting down. Now cut it on the fabric. Cut it down the fabric. Now draw the belt piece. The belt piece should be on the folding side. Belt piece should be on the folding side. Belt piece should be on the folding side. Now the front and belt part have been cutted out. Back button blouse. Stitching method to cut and stitch the back button blouse. Again we are telling the front side should be in the cross side. Fold the fabric and place the fabric pattern in the cross side. Place the cross and in the back side place the back pattern. Place the back pattern in the cutting. Now the back drawing have been made. Now first we want to join the lining piece and the main piece while starting the stitching. Lining piece and main piece while starting the stitching. Now for the front putty piece we have ironed the canvas in the piece. Now stitch the canvas piece first. Stitch the canvas piece. Keep the canvas piece in the bottom. Give the single cloth in the top side. Stitch it and rotate into inside. Stitch and rotate into the inside. Now cut it on the extra pieces from the lining piece and the ordinary piece, basic piece. Cut the extra front, fold the cloth and cut the pieces. Now the putty have been ready. Now the back side is back button blouse, so we are cutting down in this same piece. First we are joining the line piece. First we are joining the lining piece with the back part. Joining the lining part with the back part. Then stitching the hook, stitching the bottom folding piece. Stitching the bottom folding piece. Now we are folding the back part and marking the point where we want to stitch the back dot. Marking the height for stitching the back dot. Marking the height for stitching the back dot. Now fold the front piece for front dot stitching. Fold the front piece for front dot stitching. Now stitching the front dot position, front main dot. Now stitching the front main dot position. Now after stitching the main dot, marking for hook dot, take 1 inch from the main dot height. Take 1 inch from the main dot height. and marking the point to stitch the hook side dot. As usual, stitching procedure for dot is for as usual the normal blouse. Avoid 1 inch from the center of main dot height and then draw the stitch the method. And then stitch the hook side dot. Stitch the hook side dot. After stitching the hook side dot, fold the main dot and hook side dot into two and make the center for armhole dot as usual for the normal blouse portion. As usual for the normal blouse method, take the mark and make the armhole dot now we are stitching the armhole dot. From the center it's 1 inch and making the armhole dot. Now stitching the armhole dot position. Stitching the another side for the armhole dot. Fold the cloth. Now the dot have been completed. Now the dot have been completed in the front side. Now fold the center of front side. Now fold the center for the front side. Make them ½ inch for the hook side hook neck side. This is for perfect fitting. In the normal blouse we will take the hook putty cross. Instead of this, now we are taking the ½ inch for hook side dot. Now cut down the extra pieces in the dot and make the center one small cutting to get the flexibility while stitching. Now the cutter have been made. Now first stitch a plain stitch in the bottom piece. Stitch a plain stitch in the bottom piece. Stitch a plain piece in the bottom piece because it should not be stretched out while stitching. So because we are making a stitch, after that join the piece with the belt piece. Join the belt piece with the front. Join the stitch. Start the stitch from the center of the belt. Join this stitch from the center of the belt, from center to the one side, and then again center to from the other side. We center to the other side. Center to the other side. Now the front portion have been completed. Now the front portion have been completed. This is the front portion. After this, stitch the back side piece, hook putty and loop putty piece in the back side. Stitching method is common for hook putty, loop putty. Stitch the back side and finish the back button blouse as the normal blouse stitching method. Join the sleeve and join the side portions.